welcome back everybody, welcome back. As promised, I was busy today already with drawing the whole coloring part of it. And right now I'm going to be aiming to get the background a little bit more better done. And then we're going to move on to the next bit because, well, I need to do this a little bit more over. I need to finish this before Wednesday, I believe. So this is going to be the main problem that I had with it. So no further ado, let's get started. And right now we have this bit right here, which I created, and I'm gonna be focusing on making sure that the color that I have here, I actually wanted to go for a little bit more of an orange, darker orange here with this, and then I want to go for this one on this side. Can I do that, or is that not possible? No, it's not possible. Alright. Then I need to draw this on a different layer. Alright, and I don't need to go for this one. I need to go for the pixel, not pixel, this one I believe. So if I draw now, I have a sun, right? Yeah, I have a sun once I have this thing fully drawn in. Then I need to do an erasing bit. And this sun is not enough. I need to have a high sun, so need to go for that, and then go for pure orange with that. There you go, and I need to now go and smack some size effect on it. Do I want to move it like that? Don't I want to go for that? No, it's too much, honestly. Alright, well, let's see. So I have that one done, I have that one done. I need to go for this one, I believe. That's for sure. Implement that. So let's see if I can do this. Alright, then we need to do erasing bits. So let's do that. So we need to erase some bits here and there. It needs to be gone. It needs to be gone here, I believe. Yeah. Here needs to be gone. Here it needs to be gone. Here it needs to be gone. Here needs to be gone. Then here as well. Here as well. Here as well. Then this bit right here and that bit right there. Alright. Now I have done that. Now I can actually add in the blur tool on it so that we even get even more affected areas removed. Well, partially removed at least. So now I have actually a background effect, because if I make it darker, that won't work, right? No, that won't work. So I need to just get it like slightly in there, like that. Yes, that's all I need. Alright, cool. Now I have done that. Now I need to fix the background effect that I have here. Which means that I need to get this one. No, that's the line work. That's the other line work. Now I need to figure out where did I left it. Oh, did I drew over it? No way. No, I didn't fill it up. I didn't fill it up. Oh boy. Oh boy. So we need to grab this. Then go here and fill it in. Because clearly I forgot that. I forgot that whole part. Might not be a smart move to forget to fill up the whole damn thing that you just wanted to draw in. Also, why is that? Where is the line work? It's one stage even lower. Alright, fine. I was wondering why it was so murky on the bottom side. There we go, now we have done that part, and now we need to go here and color this bit up. And add in some colorization on the other side as well. So now we need to just grab the other side and then we should be fine. So now we need to just grab this bit, draw it over here, draw it in the line work. There you go. It's now in the line work, and then we need to move it downwards here. Then all of it is supposed to be good, right? Because then I can just remove this bit. That is nothing. Alright, cool. That solves a lot of issues. And then we're going to go here. There we go. Now we actually have something to work with. Alright, cool. Now that we've done that, I now actually have the first bit done. We need to now make sure that we have the second raster up and running. So the raster underneath, which is this bit right here. We're going to keep this here. We're going to make sure that this is moved over there so that it's not overlapping with the sketch part. So then now we actually have something to work with here. Now we're going to be making sure that we have the next bit up and running. So technically this bit needs to be in one group with this one, because now we have this. Yes, good. Alright, now we need to fix this other side. So we need to get here, we need to grab another one. So we need to go here, grab the right color for it. I can technically just do it like so, I believe. So I technically could do it just like so, and then leave it like that, and then fill it up later down the line. So fill it up like this, then fill it up with, I believe this color should work for text, right? Maybe not, but first we're going to be making sure that the text is in here. So let's grab the text and see if I can type in text. Oh god, there is a lot more text than last time. So we have virtual DJ, right? We do have virtual DJ for the whole damn thing, right? Let's hope it has actually the things that I want with it. So there's noto, text, Ubuntu, consent. So it has not all of the stuff that I want. So can I look for DJ? Can I look for that? So I want to go for book, yes. Can I look for the thing that I want? So freeze mono script, Nubius, noto. No. Sense, no. So it's not here then. Because of how the text works, right? Yeah, probably because of how the text works that it doesn't exist. So the best thing I could technically go for is maybe this one actually. So if I save it like that, how does that look like? That's placeholder text, but placeholder text, please be dark. Alright. Now, if I want to go for this, I don't want to go italic, I want regular. So how about that? Does that work? Yes. Alright, so now I want Nubius to be maybe this one. And I want to type in good morning, blah, blah, blah. Good morning, blah, 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 blah. Alright. So that is how it looks. That is terrible. Blah, 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 and that looks terrible. Alright, so I want to go for 8 on this then. On size, or do I want to go for 6? I think the 6 is actually better for this because I want to go for tiny drawing. Yeah, that's the better one. Alright, so now I need to figure out which kind of ones that I can actually go for. So that looks like paperwork. That looks like paperwork. Alright, cool. So that's indeed how paperwork works. So free mono is actually a good one to aim for paperwork. So Noto Sans is not going to be happening. Noto Sheriff is not going to be happening. Noto Display. How does that look? No. No. Noto Display is not going to be happening. Text gray early. That could work as well. Alright, so that is actually what I want then, probably. And I don't have virtual DJ in this, right? No, I don't have one. So, zero unknown. What does that do? That makes it fat, right? Yeah, it makes it fat, but doesn't do the thing that I want. And this one does. What does this do? No. So we already have what I want. So we're gonna go this one. All right. So can I insert a specific character? So can I format, italic, bold, strike, settings? So both. Yes. All right. So wait, settings, fonts. Hebrew. No. Yes, this one I actually do like. So which writing system should the fonts be chosen? No writing font system. Select all fonts to be shown. So if I do this Japanese, what does that do? What does that do? Not much, but then again. So I can then go for the fonts and cancel out Japanese. Yes, I can. Alright. So I want to have a new thing in here, but I can't, right? No, I can't. Alright, fine. I will keep this then. Or I can go for this and then add it in later. So I need to type in here the things that I want then. And then use this to create what I want. Yes. So let's go here. And start typing. Do I want flat colors or do I want to just keep it like this then instead? Most likely, right? Yeah, most likely. Alright. Alright. Let me see if I can write this right. Plague. Alright, spider plague. Alright. plague, plagua, plague, plague, like that. Spider plague. Alright. Yes, then switch that to absolute dark, because I'm not gonna be doing this again. So spider plague, dark. And we're not gonna go for this one. We're gonna go back at the plague. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why does it reset? Why do you reset, you piece of shit? I want you to just go this way. Save it. Then go to 6. Save it again. Alright. Good. Spider plague. Spider plague. Alien. From beyond. From beyond. Let's see. Spider plague. Creature from beyond. Beyond. Spider plague. A creature from beyond the world. Beyond the world's view. And will be attracted. Will be attracted to light sources. Alright. Let's see if that saves it. Alright, now I have that whole damn thing there. Beyond, blah, 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 blah. There we go. A spider plague, creature from beyond world's view, is prone to infest minds. Which sided. All right. There you go. Now we're gonna save it. Then we're gonna move it. And then we're gonna move it. Yeah, there you go. Now we moved it. Jesus. That's a long text of moving and doesn't move properly. Alright, well, we're gonna be shorting this down then. So that's how I want to do it, but that does make things very troublesome with it. So, we're gonna go doing this manually then. A creature from beyond, so I need to type it properly first. So let me just grab some office supplies to make sure that I type this correctly. Don't want to have errors in this. That's the main issue. No. Yes, and then office supplies, there you go. Can I move this to the other side? Yep, I can. Sweet. All right, then we're gonna be making sure that this is right. So spider come on. Spider plague. Spider. Plague. Spider plague. Plague. Spider plague. Creature from. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't type when I'm looking at two screens at the same time. A creature from beyond. Is that how you type? A creature from beyond. Highly. Light sources. A creature from beyond the from this realm, infesting the minds. Highly attracted to light sources. Creature from beyond, infesting the minds. It's hostile nature. Being all right. The minds. It's hostile nature. It's hostile nature. It's being. It's hostile nature. That's not correctly placed. It being highly attracted to light. It's being highly attracted to light. Yeah. Can cause severe causes severe. I think it is severe, right? Severe. Yay. Severe issues. Removal. Is advised. All right. So now we have actually that, and it's also nature can cause severe issues. So removal of these there you go. These creatures is highly advised. There you go. Copy. Now let's remove this again, and I want to know why. Create a text tool. Uses to the next text. In terms of virtual is likely misunderstanding. Activate the text tool. Blah blah blah. Select the toolbox, and the pop-up editor will appear. Copy. Just decide on the font. Font. Press T, then click. Navigating tool panel options, tool options panel, and then you find letter section and drop down menu with new font. Can I also add more fonts to it? Yeah. Notice sans, placeholder text, activating it, Control C, Control V, blah 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 blah. Interact script settings, editor mode. No, I'm looking for tab. No, I'm looking for. No, it's tied to the operating system. Got it. All right. So now we're gonna be putting this back in there, and we're gonna type in this. There you go. So first things first, we're gonna type this in and make sure that it's in there. All right, that is terrible. So we're gonna make sure that this is on full, I believe. No, full. No, 6. All right, that is 6. That is a terrible font. So I'm gonna be looking for something that actually looks good. So how about this droid? That is terrible as well. Great. So I need to design my own font, and yeah, I probably need to do that. But first, let's see if I can get that free mono effect. No. Yeah. Let's go with that, and see if I can move this towards the location I need to be in it. So this part of black, a creature that is beyond around. So. Alright, so that is how big it is. That is a terrible size. Definitely not my size I would pick. So, one thing that is certain, it's gonna be difficult to place this in these text boxes, definitely, the letters itself. But then again, I have worked with worse things, so fuck it. Let's get on with it and get this up and running. Alright, first things first, I need to draw the words out manually then, because of how this works. The main issue here is that it is not ideal. It is not ideal at all. And we need to do that. Alright, so first things first, we're going to make sure that we have these words in there and hopefully get this out of the running. I need to go for 5, I believe, for this. Do I need to do that 5 or do I need to go for 3.7? Do I need to go for 5 for this? Let's see. Alright, yeah, I need to go for 3. There you go. Alright. Alright, now let's see if I can get this right. So I want to get Holy shit, that font is terrible, but alright, speed up lag. So if I remove this, I can still write, right? Yeah. Hereby. So if I have this text, I need to have this text properly placed. Then it's better for me to not do the outskirts, but do the inner skirts first. Alright, so spy, yeah, spider, I did it right. What if I then do that? Then I need to go for this kind of feeling towards it. If I have a piece of paper that would work, but then I need to make sure that this paper is properly placed. Oh fucking hell. This is gonna be painful. Alright, so I need to make sure that this font is copied. Because if I don't do this, I have this, which is not ideal. I need this to be sharper. Think. Let me just get this one. Let me just do this then instead. Fuck it. I want to see if I can do this. Hold up. I want to see if I can add the original font in there. Alright, how to add virtual DJ font into Krita. First install the font file from your operating system by downloading it. Oh god. Motherfucker. This process varies from distribution, but you usually double click to open the file from the font manager. Alright, so if Krita is currently open, okay, so I need to find the font file. Fuck! Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. Nope. I'm not gonna be fonting it then. I need to figure out how to do this then, because I need to make this happening. That is for sure. So, no further ado, let's get started and see how this ends up. So I'm gonna be just going here. spider. Then we're gonna go for the plague. Oh fuck. Come on, close call. Plague and then the G. Plague. Oh, for fuck's sake. Plague. And another E. Spider plague. Spider plague. Alright. So again. There you go. Fucking hell. Why is it always overdoing the things that I wanted to do? Alright. Creature. So I probably cannot type here because it's too much wording. So I would like to do the typing part, but I cannot add a typing part. So manually drawing it will not be workable. If I'm correct, right? Because if I remove this, that is not looking good. That doesn't look like the art style that I wanted to be happening. So we're not going to be doing this. We're going to be aiming to go for this one and then add and then fix this part up. So we need to add a filter to it, and definitely, and we need to add a filter to it that is sharpening it. Alright, spider plague. There you go. Highly advised. There you go. And then we're going to be making sure that this layer is merged with the layer below. So layer below, merge, come on. Bam. We now have the word. We now have a word, and now we need to make sure that this thing is in a proper paper piece. Alright, now we need to make sure that this thing has shading. So we're going to drop the shadows on this, and we're going to make sure that those shadows are size 5, I believe, and then 5 like this. 3. There you go. Now we have actually a very clear view. Very archaic in design, that's for sure, but at least it is good enough. Layer below, then we need to make sure that we have the drawing of the coloring on this. So we want to have paper piece. We don't want to have a full paper piece, but we want a paper piece at least. So let's go with that. And see if I add some paper to it. I need to make sure that this paper looks old, that is for sure, or at least, you know, a little bit more difficult, a little bit more better than before, and then hopefully get it right. So let's go with this. So now we have that. question is, how do I want to do this then forward? I want, first things first, I want to make sure that this is a little bit more vaked up, I think. Do I want to go for this piece of paper? Yeah, this piece of paper looks a lot more better in all designs, so I'm gonna go for a little bit of a darker approach on the coloring part. Then we're gonna make sure that we have the light highlight upwards on the top. Let's go with that. No. So now, if we have this, that should give us a nice, that should give us a nice look to it, right? Not all of it. So is then this color that I need? No, I need a little bit less aggressive. Close. This. No. This? Yes. Alright. Now we have done that. We now actually have the drawing into the drawing part. Now we need to make sure that we have that paper. Now we need to have that file a little bit more like this and a little bit more to that side. Yes. Alright, cool. Now we need to make sure that this bit is fully filled up. There you go. Now that is filled up, I can now start with the darker color. So now we're going to go for a little bit more darker. There you go. Alright, now we have done that part. Now we need to make sure that we have the effect on it properly done. So we need to go back to the old-fashioned blur tool. So the little stinch mark right there. And we're gonna add some more stuff to it. So I wanna make this piece of paper a little bit more older on a look of things. So I want this one. Then we want to add some highlights to it as well. And then we want to add an ink mark to it as well. So inked. Like that. Now I think this is actually good enough for now. Which means that we can now actually erase the things that we don't want. So let's do that. Erase, not increase. Thank you. All right. Now I also want to save, just in case. I don't want to lose every fucking progress I have. And now we're going to be adding in the other version of it all. So we want to add that, and then we want to add in the darker color, this one. And we want that to be added in this instead of the light color that we just had. This one is better, but I think I can do this by doing this then, right? So this is too aggressive. How about this? Yeah, that's a lot more better. Now we have done that, we now need to add some more tools to it because, well, clearly we have this piece of paper, but we want to add some more stuff to it. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to add some little bits here and there so that we actually can have a believable piece of paper. Technically, just a nice little piece of paper that I can use. So we want to add some more stuff to it, which means we're going to be lowering it down to 8 again. There you go. Now we add some more things to it. So now we have this attached with this mark right here. Then of course we're going to make sure that that is in the same category as this one. So here we go, and then we're going to make sure we have a second one, and then we can create the bubbles. That needs to be a little bit lighter. There we go. Then we're going to add in a lighter color. Oh, for fuck's sake. First this color. Oh boy. No, don't do that on that one. Yes, of course I already did that. God damn it. Then fixing up the bits. That's not the real color. Come on, get the right color immediately, thank you. So let me just get that done. Close. Done. So, is there any more? Knew it. Knew it. Fucking knew it. Every single time. Alright, now I can do the thing. Now I can do the thing. Alright, first things first, get that in there. Color it up. There you go. Color it up. There you go. Then grab this color right here. Then we're going to go here. Alright, then we're gonna go here and grab that. Which means I need to make sure that this bit is correctly placed. So I need to have that shiny effect on the right side. That means that this one needs to be here. And this one needs to be here. No. Here. And this one needs to be here, right? No. There. Yes. Well, be damned. That actually looks nice. Cool. All right. Line work. Copy the line work. Copy it and place it again. Then put that up sideways like this, sideways like that, and sideways like this, and sideways like that. Do we need it like that? Yeah, we do need it like that. Then we're gonna grab this color right here and we're gonna fix that underneath that, those two. Alright. Spider plague. They are like a plague. Free the mines. They are not just a mine problem, they are the mine problem. Alright. That looks good. And then we're gonna add in some light effect to it as well, so that we actually have something to work with. Yeah, a little bit more lighter. Oh, come on. Nice. Alright, now we have that done. Now we actually have that nice little sentence done. Do we want to add some more stuff to this? Like maybe like something like do we want to add something like this to it? Nah. I think keeping it like that is actually quite good. Alright, now that we've done that, so we now actually have this bit done. Now we need to get that reference, that drawing reference done. So that means that we now need to go to the size area and we need to figure out like how to do that. So let me just see. Animal to human size image. Like, yeah, like that. And then images. Give me the images that I need for this. Yes. Basically basically that, yep. Yep. So basically that. So technically that is like, what? That's technically this. So we're just gonna make it dark, color effect, and then adding in the things. So that means I need to make this into another drawing. So we're gonna be making sure that we first save, then we're moving forward, because I'm not risking it if it crashes. So save again, save as, that one, yes, please, thank you. All right, now we need to get this done. All right, so if I want to create this, I need to grab that light. So yeah, so what I did was actually almost correct. So we want to technically we want to go for this image. Right, I forgot. There's a second one here. So something like this. Yes. Something like that. Alright, cool. And then we need to make sure that we have this again. Into a group. We go. And we're gonna make this happening. So we want to move this a little bit to the sideline probably. And a little bit more closer by like this. There we go. Alright, now we need to make sure that this is gone, and now we can actually move and draw. So, first things we're gonna draw is that line work. Close. There we go. Then we move it over here. And then we move it over here. Ah, for fuck's sake. There we go. And now. Here we go. Now we have the first bit done, which is the line here. Now we need to get the lines done for the drawing itself. Don't want it like that? Nah. I want to go for this instead. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we have that part done, and now we're going to be drawing on the part. Do I want to go for that? Nah. I want to keep up with the same idea of it. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. There you go. All right. That should work, right? Yes and no. I almost had it correct. I need to make this, I need to go for 5 on this, on the pixel size, because otherwise I get too much of an overflow. So I'm going to be saving it, and then I'm going to be redoing it again. So now we actually have 5 instead of, the whole damn thing. So now we have 5. And remove this. Alright, then we're gonna go over here. This is going to be underneath this one. So there you go. Now we're going to remove that. We're not going to remove it, but we're going to move this a little bit downwards. There you go. And now we're going to be able to get the rest of it all. All right. There we go. Nice. All right. Now we have done that. We have done that. We can remove this one, and now we actually can implement the line work a little more bigger. There you go. Yes. All right, now so now we know what we're aiming for. Now we also know where to look for. So we're going to be removing the bits that we don't need, which is this bit, that bit. There you go. Now it's all fixed in one box. Cool. Now we need to just make sure that we have the last bit here. There you go. And follow those lines. And follow those lines. Alright, now we're going to be making sure that we have this, and we're going to be copying our homework from today. So we're going to be doing that. first bit of the homework. Now we're going to be making sure that the rest of the homework is also done. Go. And then we're going to go here, grab that. And we're going to grab this. There we go, grab that one. And then grab this to create the wings. Then we're going to go aiming for this. And then we're going to aim for the eyes. Then we're going to aim for the claws. There you go. Now we know that there is an issue here and there, which we're going to be resolving now. And then we're going to add in the lighter effect. There we go. Then we're going to be aiming here. And then that needs to be merged. Alright, come on, gimme. should give me what I need for this one. Alright. Then we're gonna go here, grab that. Nice. Honestly, looks good. I like how I did it. Although, you know, it's a little bit different than the big one, but then again, it's a very fun comparison, like, you know, how it looks like and all. Alright. Time to add in a lighter effect to it as well. Alright, now we need to get the casual dude over there. Let's save it, just in case. Then move forward. Alright. Nice. Something is missing here. Background drop. Yeah, background drop. Definitely background drop needs to be very silly here. So I want to go for a cave kind of look to it. So I want to go for brownish. Like this maybe. Something like this, and then go for a wood effect. Yeah, the wood effect. So I actually have like a plank effect. So let's go with that, then go here. And then we now need to add some rustic effect to it as well. Rustic effect. This maybe? Ugh, Jesus, that's a big one. Alright, let's see if I can get a rustic effect here. It's more of a sand effect, but that will do pretty good. Now let's see if I can get this rustic kind of feeling to it. So let's get... Oh, there's a lot more than beforehand. Alright, let's go for rustic here. So let's go and grab that. Let's add in some cave kind of effect here and there. See if I can get that right. And no, that one not. There you go. And then we're gonna make sure that we have the rest erased. And then we're gonna be seeing if I want to keep it like that or do I want to add some more stuff to it. Probably the second button. Then we're gonna go for the move tool to fix up the little bits here and there that I had before. Ooh. That's what the move tool does? It immediately makes it disappear. Ugh. Garbage. Alright. That is not gonna be the option then. Let's see if I can get more that size then and then remove this bit. Right here. More of a splashy effect here. Yeah, there you go. Then do the slow removal. There you go. Now that we've done that, we now actually have ourselves the idea of what I want to do with this. So that's the idea. Ooh, I see a mistake here. I drew these things too thick. Oh well, I can fix that. Oh fucking hell, no. On this one, please. No, for fuck's sake. And now we need to get that down by the drawing. Alright, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Yes, alright. Now we need to get this thing up and running. So what I want to do here is adding in some woodwork, like so. So I want to add in some woodwork like so. That is going to be then this color instead. It's going to be below. It's going to be below all of this. So it's going to be below this, yeah. Making sure that that is a different color. And I think I need this to be above this one. Yes, I do. So I want this to be that is for sure, but alright. Ah, I spotted the mistake here. So it is gonna be like this. So that line work is not thick enough. All right, fine. I'll make it thicker. There you go. Because now, even correct. There we go. Now the line is thick enough to hold it. Yes, good. Then go over. Then go over there. And do the same. Right. Here we go. Put these things into one layer. Then save, just in case. And then draw now on this color. Oh, this color right here. And that should give us what I want with this. Then I realized that it is not, it is too big, so we need to make sure that it's tinier, and here's the cut, and then there's the cut. This is the cut, yeah, that's the cut. Alright. Alright, and erase the bits that I don't need. Alright, then I need to make sure that I have the layer effect on that as well. That should give me enough leeway to get to where I want to be, right? Let's see. So close. So with this one, do I want to go for a full thing? No. Do I want to keep it like this then instead? No, because I actually wanted to keep it surrounded. So there needs to be a surrounding effect, but then the effect needs to be... It needs to be full. It needs to be full. I was actually hoping not to do that, but then again, it needs to be technically full, so then it's better to just draw the eraser and do this manually, like so. Oh boy. Like so, yes, then go down. And make sure that this one is in that size, make sure that that one is in that size. There you go. So if I do it like that, yeah, that's better. Alright, so now I have that done. Now I need to draw this manually. That is for sure. I want to keep the lines. Then erase this bit, erase that bit. Alright, I need to make sure that I have line thickness, right? Yeah, probably. So I need to draw a line thickness there. Alright, that's easy doable. So let's do that. Now if we erase this bit right here, we should be able to get, yeah, there we go. We get a nice and clean line work. So now we can actually just move this one a little bit more upwards because of that. Alright. Then we need to make sure that this bit is done. Oh, for fuck's sake. So close. Then go down. Easy. And on this side. And then I should be having everything that I want with this, right? Yes. However, this bit looks ugly, so I need to fix that bit. And then this side. And then we even have layer effects on it. Alright, then we're gonna go back and fix the last bit here. Alright, now we zoom out and it should fix. Yes, alright, now we have wood. So, behold, wood. We have the text, we have the wood. The wood could even be even better, I believe. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be putting that on alternate wavelength, and then we're going to add in some highlights in there. So now we have the wood, and then we can actually add in some yes. Alright, now we have almost everything done. Tomorrow I will be finishing up the last bits on the left side, and then we're good to go to the right side. It shouldn't be that difficult to get the last bits done, mainly because there is not going to be enough. Mainly because there's going to be a lot of repetitive work. So 2 pages of law, or well, not law, it's just technically just text explaining what the top image does. So it's literally, if you use light, it could not hurt you, so therefore you can ward it off. That's the whole point why it's actually hostile to people when you're using light, because well, it doesn't like the light, so it cuts the light and then it attacks you because you use the light. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed for now, and thanks for I know something that I actually can do here, which is quite silly, which I should then do with a group and another group, and we're gonna add in a layer style, which is drop shadow, I believe. Yeah, all right. Then we're gonna go for 5 on the distance so that it's not visible, and then we're gonna go for 8 maybe. Yes, and then we're gonna go for 50% so that, there you go. So without width. Yeah, it's slightly more darker, and that's all that matters. All right. I hope you'll enjoy it for now, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day, and bye!